My wife slipped off her ring at dinner. I'm not sure about us anymore, I said. She nodded. Then she disappeared for 5 days. The photos my private investigator sent me showed her at a beach resort with my business partner. I'm a 36-year-old man, and I was halfway through my meal when my wife quietly removed her wedding band and placed it beside her water glass. I'm not sure about us anymore. Just like that, 8 years were reduced to a handful of words. I stared at the ring, then at her. She was watching me, waiting for some kind of reaction, tears, maybe, or pleading. Understood, I replied. That wasn't the answer she expected. Her jaw clenched. We finished our meal in silence. I paid. We drove home separately. She went straight upstairs. When we got back, I heard drawers opening, zippers, the unmistakable sounds of packing. An hour later, she came down with a suitcase. I need some time away to figure things out. Please don't contact me while I'm gone. How long? A few days, maybe a week. I'll reach out when I'm ready. Okay. She hesitated, as if hoping I'd beg her to stay. When I didn't, she just left. I watched her taillights fade down the street. Then I went to my office and made a call. The private investigator picked up on the second ring. We'd used him before for a company issue, an employee stealing from petty cash. He was thorough. I need you to follow someone. My wife. She just left in a silver Accord. He didn't ask questions, just took the details and hung up. Here's what didn't make sense. My wife never does alone time. Whenever we fought before, she'd immediately call her sister or her best friend. But this time, she wanted total silence. No one knowing where she was, and the timing was suspicious. We just closed a huge deal at the software consulting firm I co-own with my business partner. A 7-figure contract, the biggest we'd ever landed. My wife had been at the celebration dinner, saw the contract signed, was excited about finally redoing the kitchen. Now, suddenly, she needed to find herself. Yeah, right. The PI called back 2 days later. Got a location. Beach resort up north. Expensive place. She alone. Pause. No. There's a man. My stomach dropped. Can you get photos? Working on it. The pictures arrived that night. I opened my laptop, feeling like I was watching someone else's life unravel. There was my wife, poolside in a bikini I'd never seen, laughing at something. And right next to her, rubbing sunscreen on her shoulders, was my business partner. The same guy who'd been my best friend for 15 years, who I'd helped through his divorce, who cried at our wedding, who my wife always said was basically family. More photos loaded. Them holding hands, walking the beach, kissing by the pool bar, heading into a room together. I just stared at the screen, trying to remember if there had been signs. When did this start? How long had I been the clueless husband working late while they plotted behind my back? I closed the laptop, opened it again, and started making calls. First, my lawyer needed divorce papers drawn up, had proof of adultery, wanted them ready for her return. Then my accountant woke him up. I need an emergency audit. Business financials, especially anything my partner handled alone. Third call was to myself, in a way. I pulled up the partnership agreement we'd signed 12 years ago. Scrolled until I found it. Section 12C, the morality clause. We'd added it as a joke. If either partner did something that could damage the company's reputation, the other could force a buyout. I never thought we'd use it. I thought we were solid. Guess not. I started documenting everything. Screenshots of the PI's report. Photos saved in 3 different places. Her text about needing space. The hotel registration. The PI pulled up. She came back 5 days later, looking tan and relaxed. She saw me at the kitchen table. Hey, can we talk? Sure. I slid an envelope across to her. She opened it. I watched the color drain from her face. Divorce papers? Are you serious? Very. This is insane. I just needed some time to think. And I turned my laptop around and showed her the photos. She froze, just staring at the screen. You had someone follow me. I gave it to you. Also documented what you did with it. You violated my privacy. You were in public at a resort with my business partner. No privacy to violate. She started crying right on cue. It just happened. We didn't mean for it to happen. We were both confused. You have to understand. Stop. Sign the papers. You have 30 days. You can't just kick me out. This is my house too. House is in my name. Bought it before we got married. Check the deed. Her crying got louder, more desperate. You're being controlling. You're trying to ruin my life. I just sat there, letting her scream. When she finally stopped, I said, 2 hours. Pack what you need. Everything else we'll coordinate through lawyers. I'm not leaving. Then I'm calling the cops, showing them these photos and the property deed. Your choice. She left, called her sister for help. They loaded her things in silence. Her sister glared at me like I was the villain. Before they drove off, my wife tried one last time. We can fix this. Therapy. We can work through it. No, we can't. So 8 years means nothing to you? It did. Right up until you spent 5 days on vacation with my business partner. She got in the car. They left. I poured myself a drink, the first in months. Sat in the quiet house. Then called my partner. We need to meet tomorrow. Office. Yeah. What's up? We'll talk tomorrow. Update 1. The office meeting was brutal. He walked in looking nervous, probably tipped off by my wife. I didn't say a word. Just pushed a folder across the desk. He opened it. Partnership dissolution papers. Watched his face go pale. What the hell is this? Buyout. Section 12C, morality clause. You can't be serious. That's for... I pulled out the photos, spread them across the desk like playing cards. His mouth opened, but nothing came out. How long? Silence. How long were you sleeping with my wife? It's not what you think. How long? He slumped in his chair. 6 months, maybe 7. Look, don't say it just happened. We didn't plan it. Things got complicated and we connected and save it. Here's what's happening. I'm buying you out. Contract says the valuation is based on the number from 3 years ago. His eyes widened. 3 years ago. Before the expansion, before we tripled our client list. The company's worth 3 times that now. Should have thought about that. This is BS. You can't do this. Already did. Lawyer filed this morning. He stood up, started pacing. I'll fight this. Any judge will see this as vindictive garbage. Go ahead. Take it to court. Explain to a judge why you were sleeping with your business partner's wife. Let's talk about how you said you were visiting family, while you were actually at a beach resort. We can also discuss the company credit card charges I'm finding. Want to explain those? That was a bluff. My accountant was still digging, but his face told me I'd hit something. You've been going through the books. Every transaction you had solo access to. He sat back down, head in his hands. This is going to destroy me. Yep. What about your wife? She's getting half of everything anyway. I almost laughed. You think I don't have a prenup? Business assets are protected. She gets some spousal support. That's it. We didn't have a prenup, but he didn't know that. He left without another word. Then the real circus began. His lawyer called, threatening to fight the buyout. My lawyer sent over the evidence package, plus the audit results showing he'd expense personal items as business costs. His lawyer went silent. My wife's lawyer wanted to negotiate, said she was devastated and wanted to work things out. I told my lawyer no negotiations. File everything as is. My wife's mom called next, full waterworks. How can you be so cruel? Marriages go through rough patches. She made one mistake. One mistake? She's been sleeping with my business partner for 6 months. She loves you. She just got confused. Then she should have talked to me instead of running off to a resort with him. You're destroying her life. No, she destroyed it herself. I'm just not cleaning up the mess. I hung up. That week, the dirty trick started. My partner tried to poach our biggest client, sent them some nonsense about new opportunities and his new venture. The client forwarded it to me. They were insulted. I sent them a thank you gift and a personal note. He tried 2 more clients. Both told him to get lost. Word spread in the industry. People talk. My wife tried using the credit card I'd given her. Declined. I'd canceled it the day she left for her break. She called, screaming about financial abuse. Joint account is still there. You just don't have access to my personal cards anymore. That card was for emergencies. Cheating on me isn't an emergency. That's a choice. Her sister started posting vague things on social media. Some men punish women for being human, and financial abuse is real. I ignored it all. But then I found something that changed everything. My wife had left her iPad, still logged into her cloud account. Probably forgot in the chaos of moving out. I opened it, went to messages, and found a thread between her and my partner going back 9 months. 9, not 6. He's getting suspicious. Just play it cool. He's too busy with work to notice. Can't wait until we can do this for real. Soon, once the buyout happens, we'll have enough to start our own thing. My hand shook. They were planning this. The affair wasn't just physical. They were strategizing. I kept scrolling. More messages. Which clients do you think will come with us? Probably the Hayes account and definitely the tech startup. They love me. What about employees? 3, maybe 4 would jump ship. They were going to sabotage the partnership, force a split, take the buyout money and my wife's divorce settlement, start a rival company, poach my clients and staff. All while sitting at my dinner table, sleeping in my bed, plotting my professional destruction. I took screenshots of everything and sent them to my lawyer. He replied fast. This changes everything. Filing emergency discovery motion. Update 2. My lawyer moved quickly. Filed for emergency discovery based on the messages showing they were conspiring to defraud the company. The judge granted it. Now my ex-partner was really in trouble. His lawyer tried to get the texts thrown out, claiming I got them without permission. The judge didn't care. My wife had given me access to her accounts during the marriage. The iPad was in my house. No privacy violation. Discovery got ugly. He had to turn over his communications, financials, everything. Turns out he'd been meeting with competitors, sharing details about our projects, pricing, and strategies. This wasn't just an affair anymore. It was corporate espionage with a side of adultery. I called a meeting with our 3 biggest clients, laid it all out, showed them the documentation. Your project details were being shared with competitors. Here's proof. They were furious. One had already suspected something was off with their last bid. Now they knew why. 2 gave me written statements supporting the lawsuit, said they'd testify if needed. The 3rd gave me a new contract, a big one for being honest. Meanwhile, my ex-partner tried to turn the employees against me. Called an all-hands meeting while I was out, told everyone the company was failing, that I was pushing him out unfairly, that they should start looking for new jobs. I walked in halfway through. He froze. Anyone who wants to leave can leave, I said. But first, you should know we just secured 3 new contracts this week. We're expanding, not failing. Your coworker here is leaving because he was sleeping with my wife while trying to steal company secrets. Dead silence. Anyone who follows him gets sued for breach of contract. Anyone who stays gets a bonus this quarter. Your choice. Nobody left. He tried to rush me, actually tried to throw a punch in front of more than 20 people. 2 developers grabbed him, held him back while he screamed about how I ruined his life. You ruined your own life. I just documented it. Security escorted him out. HR terminated him for workplace violence. He tried to claim wrongful termination. My lawyer sent him the security footage. He dropped it. The divorce moved faster after that. My wife tried to claim she deserved half the business. I supported you through the early years and all that. My lawyer produced a prenup. I actually did have her sign 1 year ago when we refinanced. She'd been drinking wine during the signing, barely read it. Her lawyer tried to argue duress. The judge actually laughed. Your client signed a legal document with independent counsel present. There's no duress. She tried for higher spousal support, said she'd given up her career for me. I submitted her job history, different job every year and a half, never made more than mid-40,000s. Hard to claim you sacrificed a career when you never had one. The judge gave her 18-month support, $1, $200 a month. Her lawyer wanted $4,500, house, cars, savings, everything. She got her stuff and her paid-off car. A couple weeks later, she showed up at my office, somehow got past security, walked in while I was on a call. I ended the call. You need to leave, please. Just 5 minutes. No, I made a mistake. I know that now. He manipulated me. Stop. You weren't manipulated. I've read the texts. You planned this. That wasn't real. We were just venting. You planned to destroy my business and take my money. That's not venting. She started crying. I still love you. You love what I provided, not me. There's a difference. That's not true. Leave now or I'm calling security. She left. I had a formal trespass warning issued after that. My ex-partner tried one last move, sued, claiming I'd violated the partnership agreement by cutting off his access during the transition. My lawyer countered with fraud, conspiracy, theft of trade secrets, and a few other charges. We had everything: the texts, the competitor meetings, the leaked bids, the financial records. His lawyer dropped the lawsuit within a week, sent a settlement offer. He'd walk away clean if we dropped the criminal charges we were considering. What's the buyout number? I asked my lawyer. About $240,000 based on the old formula. Counter with $100,000, full release of all claims, 5-year non-compete. He'll never take it. He will when the alternative is possible jail time. He took it. Didn't even argue. The divorce was finalized a few weeks later. Uncontested. Once my wife realized she had no leverage. She showed up to the final hearing looking rough, thin, tired. Her lawyer made one last emotional plea. Your Honor, my client has suffered significant emotional distress. She's lost her home, her stability, everything. The judge looked at her, then at me, then back to her lawyer. Your client had an affair with her husband's business partner and conspired to defraud his company. She's fortunate there are no criminal charges. Divorce granted. 3 minutes. 8 years ended in 3 minutes. Walking out, my ex-wife stopped me in the parking lot. Her sister was with her. You got everything you wanted. I'm not happy, but I'm free. Close enough. You'll regret this. Nobody will love you like I did. You didn't love me. You love my bank account. Her sister jumped in. You're heartless. She made one mistake and you destroyed her. She made thousands of choices over 9 months. Those aren't mistakes. And I didn't destroy anything. She did that. I just made sure she couldn't avoid the consequences. I got in my car and didn't look back. Final update. It's been a few months now. The business is better than ever. Revenue is up 40%. I've hired more people, landed more contracts. Turns out, not having a partner sabotaging you makes a difference. I refinanced the house. It's fully mine now. Repainted, new furniture. It finally feels like my space again. My ex-partner tried starting his own firm. It failed in under 2 months. Clients didn't follow him. Competitors didn't trust him. Last I heard, he's doing tech support somewhere, making 1/3 of what he made with me. My ex-wife moved in with her sister. That lasted about a month before her sister kicked her out. I guess she thought her sister would bankroll her lifestyle like I did. Now she's living with her parents, working retail part-time, still getting spousal support for another year or so. Mutual friends update me sometimes. I don't ask, but people love drama. She tried to friend request me last month. Blocked. Her mom sent an email about forgiveness, how holding grudges poisons the soul. I deleted it without reading the whole thing. My ex-partner sent a LinkedIn message. Can we talk about old times? Blocked him, too. Here's what I learned. Betrayal isn't a single moment. It's a series of choices. Every lie my wife told, every handshake with my partner while he was plotting against me, every text they sent planning my downfall. Those were choices, conscious decisions. When you make those choices, you don't get to play the victim when the consequences arrive. The revenge wasn't complicated, just documentation, evidence, following the right steps. They did the work. I just made sure there were consequences. My only regret is not seeing it sooner. There were signs. My wife's sudden interest in business decisions, my partner being secretive about meetings, how they'd both go quiet when I entered a room. I ignored my instincts because I trusted them. I won't make that mistake again. Am I happy? I'm not sure what that means anymore, but I'm stable. I'm building something that's truly mine, surrounded by people who don't have hidden agendas. A client asked me last week if I was seeing anyone, said his niece was single. I declined. I'm not ready. Maybe I won't be for a while, but that's my choice now. My timeline, my life. I'm not sharing it with people who plotted my downfall while sleeping in my bed. That's worth everything.